more. Football news, predictions, we have it all. You can watch or listen, that's your call. Just join us on Beyond the Ball.
Hello and welcome back. Oh yes, Paddy, we are back. We are back bigger and better than ever. The Premier League season is back. We are a new outfit. We look sexier than ever. New backgrounds, new graphics, new everything. A very familiar voice in the intro, Paddy. Care to tell us about that one?
Yeah, I'm still waiting on payment for the commission of writing and composing the new Beyond the Ball introduction song. I do gig on the weekends and stuff, bit musically inclined. So Colly asked me to put something together, so I threw that together, and yeah, waiting for it to go number one.
Look, it's only a matter of time, Paddy. It's only a matter of time. It's a catchy little tune, and a big thank you for doing that. I know.
No worries. Yeah, no, I have to say the production value looks really, really good. And I know we've done a couple of episodes last year. We were in a bit of a hiatus, but it feels like we've been away for a full year, and I feel energized. I'm ready to go. Right, and I see you have been getting yourself fit with the exercise bike in the background there, so I'm expecting. Great.
Yeah, as everyone can see.
That's a filter. I know what it is. You're messing. That's a filter.
Yeah. There's one of fat filters that I just have to lean backwards for. But Paddy, we have a lot to look forward to this season. So obviously Chelsea are going to be winning the league. My camera, same as last year, can't focus. So we're gonna be watching Chelsea win the league again this year. It's gonna be great. We're only signing about 50 players a week, so we've taken a little bit of a step back compared to what we were doing last year.
Did you see the meme going around about the weekend? 115 charges versus 115 players.
Yeah. And you know the worst thing is, like, how can I even argue that? And how can I say that that's not funny? Because that is absolutely exactly what it is. Like, it's charges against players. Like, and look, the charges always prevail because they're cheating, and they're always going to be cheating, and they pay off the refs, and it's a joke. But anyway, I won't be bitter about it. Paddy, we've loads to look at today, and we've loads to look at throughout the whole season. Starting off today, we're going to be looking at the fantasy football. We have started a new league, a €20 entry league. I think we've 42 or 43 people in it. So initially, when I done it, I said if I don't get 50 people and I don't get the pot up to €1,000, I'm going to be refunding everybody, and I'm going to just call the league there as it is. But because we got so many, I said, you know what? It's a shame that it would be a shame to kind of cancel that on everybody. Everybody, I think, wants to join the league, wants to enjoy the fancy football, have a bit of money to play for. So I've decided to put the pot and make up the money myself up to €1,000. So we've got €1,000 in the pot for everyone. People were asking me, it wasn't really fair that I get a lot more chances. I don't get a lot more chances. I have one team like everybody else, so my chance is just as shit as the rest of yours. So and
that money you put into the pot, was that my payment for the intro? Because I'm happy to give it. I'm happy.
Yeah, it was. It was actually. It actually got intercepted. I sent it out to you, but the postman brought it back and he said, "You know what? I think the fancy football fund would actually benefit a bit more from it." So
yeah,
look, that's where it's after landing. So unfortunately, Paddy, there's nothing I can do about that.
Okay. For our listeners, I'm willing to the Malaysian Asians. Hopefully, the Malaysian Asians.
Yeah. But yeah, we have that. So there's €1,000. I will call out the payments now. So there's €1,000 on the pot. Paddy, we're going to be doing a €20 a month winner as well. So whoever the monthly winner is going to be getting €20. That's not going to be coming out of the €1,000 pot. So I just want everybody to be clear on that. That is just a separate €20 a month that we're going to be doing. The way that's going to be done, and this month is a prime example because we've got some matches that are on the 31st and some that go into the 1st. The way I'm doing it is once we get past the kind of the last game week. So say game week 2, it's going to be once we go past game week 2 and we're into game week 3, I'm literally going to be going to the league and I'm going to be selecting the month of August. Whoever's top of that is getting the money. There's not going to be any arguments about like, oh, well, I had a team playing in the first and stuff like that. That's not the way it's going to be. It's going to be whatever I click in the league and it tells me who's top in that month. That's going to be the winner. If there is a joint winner for the month, we'll have to do something. We might, I don't know, maybe we'll do rock, paper, scissors. And what I'll do is I'll ask them to send me rock or paper and we can make some sort of fun game out of it. They can do it that way. If they want to take a tenner each, they can take a tenner each. But hopefully we can do something fun with that.
We'll announce the winner live every week on the podcast.
We will. We'll be announcing the winner live. Like I said, we're going to be going through the league every week as well. So we're going to be updating everybody every week. So, I mean, I know it sounds a little bit weird, but it is kind of fun listening to people talking about your team. So if you have a team that's up the top of the table and you're getting to hear us talk about your team, obviously if there's an abnormal week where someone's after getting 120, 130 points, of course we're going to go and look at your team. We're going to see who you've got, what team you had. So we are going to be as interactive as possible with the fantasy football in terms of talking to people that are in the league. So it's going to be good fun. I know there's obviously a lot of money up for grabs, and the way we're going to do the payouts is as follows, Paddy, okay? Yeah. There's going to be 5 winners. 5th place is going to be receiving €75. 4th place is going to be receiving €100. 3rd place is going to be receiving €175. That's when we start taking a nice jump. 2nd place is going to be receiving €250. And 1st place is going to be getting €400.
Me.
So, look, could be you, Paddy. Could be me. Don't think so because I'm miles behind already. But anyway, that is the rules, the regulations of this fancy football. It is as it is. It's in black and white. It's there.
Good.
I think I've explained everything pretty clearly there. I don't think I've left anything open to chance. Maybe I did say that I might add a couple of little bonuses here and there as well. Maybe there might be a prize for Christmas, whoever's top at Christmas. Maybe there might be a prize for the cup competition that comes up. We'll see. I'm not making any promises, but I will be adding money in as I see fit throughout the season as well. So, if you're out of it, if you're kind of not in the running for anything, don't get too upset. There is going to be plenty of chances for you to win, and you can always try for the monthly award as well. So, Paddy, I think with that, shall we jump into looking at our teams?
Let's do it. Let's have a look at the league table after week 1.
But we can't do it, Paddy. Every year, I get excited about these graphics. So, look, the graphics are back, baby. That's that one. That one is just to wet the lips. That is just to wet the lips.
People might say, oh, you've got your lovely new background, lovely new intro. Why is that not new? Well, I say, if it's not broken, don't fix it.
And you know what? You're dead right. Paddy, we're going to look at my team first. But as I just said there, that is to wet the lips because there is a couple more that I've done there that are new. Paddy, I think my team name is phenomenal. Bowley's Little Boys. You know why? Because Chelsea just signed Little Boys and no, man. So that's my team name.
Sounds a bit sinister.
Yeah, but look, is he a pedophile? I don't know. Is he a pedophile? I'm not sure. I can't confirm.
Whoa, you've heard it here. Force people.
It's a great start. The first game of the season, and we're already calling Todd Bowley a pedophile.
Oh my God, the solicitor.
Allegedly. So, Paddy, I got 58 points this week. 57 was the average. So, one above average. Story of my life. Flecken got 4 points. Zinchenko, 6 points. Romero. So, I took a gamble on Romero. He was $500,000 cheaper than Pedro Porro. Didn't pay off because Porro fucking scored. So, yeah, took a hit there. 2 points for him. Dallo, 7 points. Think he's going to be a great points collector this season. Luis Diaz, 3 points, probably be taking him out. Gibbs White, 2 points. Bruno Fernandes, probably taking him out as well, 3 points. Saka with 12 points. Haaland, unfortunately for me, got 7 points. Solanke with a swing and a miss there, 2 points. And I had Isaac as captain with 10 points. Taylor, Stevens, and Humphries on the bench, and Areola in goal all did sweet fuck all. So, Paddy, we'll go to your team. It's going to be more awkward to find now. Where are you? I have to find you now because we used to have the other.
Just Big Paddy.
Where are you?
There,
you
oh,
are.
you went, you skipped me. I'm down a bit. Oh, there we
Here
go.
we
Yeah.
go. Go
So
ahead.
yeah, again, I said to myself coming into the season, okay, if I just get above average every week, I'll be in a good spot. And then the first week I don't get above average, so I'm like, what the fuck? And my team is not bad. Like we'll see now. But like I say, the Pope got me 9. Great result. Well done, Pope. He was out for a lot of last season, so it's good to see him back. Konza not so good against West Ham. White and Saiba very good for Arsenal against Wolves, and Wolves did have a good second half in that game, so it's good to see them get the clean sheet. Garnacho with 8 points could have been so much more as captain. He missed the sitter at the very end of the game. That was devastating. Oh, Gordon in 1 week, out the next. He's gone for next week. Yeah, so it was nice knowing you, Gordon. Thanks very much. Udegaard, expecting him to do more, but look, I think it's the first game. He will have a great season for Arsenal, I think so. Fernandez, what a legend. On his X account, he actually apologized to the fantasy football people that picked him. He said he will get... He did. He apologized at the end of his speech. He said, great to be back at Old Trafford. I apologize to people that picked me in fantasy football. I'll make it up to you. I thought that was legendary. Absolutely legendary. That was very good. Solanke, Jesus, I thought he would have done better first week. Although Leicester proved that, I suppose, they still know what to do in the Premier League. Jamie Vardy, did you see him with the fans?
Yeah, absolute shithousery, and I love it.
Oh, it's brilliant. Xerxes, goal on his debut. I love it. As I said on the live chat, that we'll be doing after every Chelsea and United game from now on, a live reaction video, win, lose or draw. Marwan Fellaini's love child, he looks like, but he got the goal and I am happy. And Ollie Watkins, I'll keep him there. He will get the goals this season. Had an idea Foden and Walker wouldn't do much this week, considering they were involved into the late stages of the Euros. Then we've got Anderson and Brenda. So happy with me bench, and the people with the most points are out on the field. So
hey Paddy, I'd say you were praying for a clean sheet. Pope and goal.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Classic. And if you like that joke, there's plenty more where that came from.
I missed those.
Sorry.
This is why I needed a year's break last year to get over.
Yeah. It's already what, fucking 20 minutes in and you're sick of us already. Paddy, we'll have a look at the league, the paid league, obviously. Who is top? That is the question.
How many points have they got? How many have they catch up?
Adam.
Oh, that's all right. 87's not too bad.
That's a good week, though. So Adam Kilder is in first spot. Colly Lamb is in second. Jesus, Colly Lamb was up there thereabouts he was up there thereabouts at the end of last season, and he done well.
And so was Andy. I've seen it. Oh.
Andy McNulty,
but involved last year.
Andy's like Adam. Andy usually lasts about 3 weeks and then he forgets about it. So we'll see what happens there.
Easy money.
Adam Nestor's in fourth. Sean Brady is actually there, and that is who I was saying wasn't in the league, but he's obviously in it for some reason. Kim Daly is in sixth. King Costello is in seventh. John Flood, eighth. Connor Little, our fallen soldier of the podcast, is in 10th, alongside Jordan Murphy, Derek Hennessy.
Beanie in a bottle. Good name.
Yeah, it's a good one, yeah. And then Adam McDonald. So
How I Met Your Mother. I love some of the names.
Let's actually have a quick look at some of the names just to see if any step out. So Bruno Dos Trace, what do you think of that one? That's a nice one.
It's all right, yeah, it's all right. That doesn't make me laugh though.
Fair enough. Andy McNulty, the bare minimum. I think that's funny because they call him the bear. So that's yeah. Adam Nestor, wang it in the Louvre. Now is it like, you know, I get where he's trying to go with that one, but you know, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, too educated for me now, I'd say.
yeah. None. How I Met Your Mother is a good one.
Yes.
Not Jota Clue. I like that one.
Alan Dorigi. That's all right.
Yeah. Here's a good one from Chris. Has to be Bruno Mars. So you obviously see the videos around going, has to be Bruno Mars when people are saying what their favorite pint of Guinness, I think it is. So that's a good one. Chelmano.
Sack of white rice. That's very good.
Back arse of the Narden. Not bad.
Back arse of the Narden.
Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah, that's good. That's very smart. Yeah.
I like this one here. I'll take the lot. I like that.
Yes, very good.
I
Very
like
good.
that. Also, Stephen Kerwin, 40-year-old Virgil,
Yes.
because
Yes,
he
very
is
good.
playing like he's 40-year-old.
Haven't jot the clue. I like that, yeah.
Yeah. Saka Cox. I like that.
Very good.
Cameron Diaz. It's a good one.
Cameron Diaz.
This one very overlooked when we were chatting with amongst myself and a couple of lads. Gay. So Gay, obviously off Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Gay. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Not Manchester United, them Chester United.
Them
Very
just,
good. Very 2024. My brother, of course, a Man City fan, gone for 5 in a row just to rub it in everybody's faces.
Ugh.
Just fucking poor.
Yeah, but he's not going for 1 in a row here, being 38 in the league.
Then we've Boris, another day, another Dallo, not bad, and Klopp, Boats and Howes, very good. Okay, Paddy, that's it. That's the league table. Let's see how that looks next week when we're having a proper look at it. So Paddy, I think we're gonna jump off the fancy football. We're gonna have a quick look at some transfer news. There you go. There's our beautiful new graphic there. So transfer talk it is. Paddy, talk to me about Manchester United's transfer window. Are you happy with what they've done? Just gonna go through who's come in and who's left. So in Lenny Euro, obviously they got your man Xerxes who scored. They've got the Lit in and they got Mazraoui in. Now when you look at the people that have gone, Mason Greenwood, that went under the radar. I didn't hear that. 26 million.
Yeah, with something like a 50% sell-on clause. So if they sell him on, because he's banged in 2 goals already his first game. He's doing really well.
Very good. I didn't hear that one now. Obviously there's Donny van de Beek. There is a lot of the youngsters and stuff like that have been released and stuff, so I won't really get onto them. Varane has gone. Tom Huddleston, I think he was fucking was he not the player manager or something like that with the under 23s or something? I think he was playing himself as well. And Wan-Bissaka has gone as well. So, Paddy, are you happy with what you have got in and what you've got rid of?
Finally got rid of Anthony Martial as well. He was taking up a lot of money there. Yes, I think Euro super signing. I think obviously one for the very near future. When there was talk of Real Madrid going for him as well, there's something about him. I did, watch a bit of him. Since we signed them, we went back and watched a bit of his clips and stuff. Although I probably look good in clips on YouTube, but still, for people in the know, seem to be all saying that he's the real deal. Xerxes, an unknown, really, 26.5 million for an attacking player. You'd kind of look at that and think to yourself, well, is he a world beater, or is this now United's new management team sourcing these types of players before they really break through? Goal on his debut. So yeah, I have to say, very happy. We did need reinforcements up there to support Ireland, who already now is injured for a couple of weeks. So thankfully he could come in. Matthias de Ligt, I think people are saying, the Dutch fucking what you call it, the
relationship, like
the Dutch Maguire. Sorry, that's it. Yeah, and then Mazraoui came in this week and looked really good, and he's not fully fit. So yeah, very happy. I do think we need a defensive midfielder, because Casemiro there on his own, he does look a lot fitter and leaner this season, but we do need cover for him. I can see McTominay probably leaving. I would like to see Sancho going. There's a bit of talk there about him going as well. But
talk about him going to Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah, apparently Chelsea are about to put in a 40 million bid from him.
Is he young enough for Bowley? But we're looking at the PSG CDM Ugarte that came from Sporting Lisbon to them, but there's an issue around money and that. But I see it happening anyway over the next couple of days. So yeah, very, very happy with the incomings. And obviously last season one of our biggest problems was the injury crisis. So if we can keep people out of the injury realm, I think we've every possibility of having a fairly good season.
And everyone always talks about like incomings as being like, oh, great, we're after signing all these new players. I think for United, getting rid of a lot of certain players, and the one I'm kind of aiming at is Martial, is nearly as big as fucking getting a good signing in, because it almost like it seemed like he just had an attitude and he wasn't professional. Just on the looks of it, I don't know, but like just from what we've seen from like performances and then attitude when he was being taken off, and then even when he's been brought on and stuff like this, there didn't seem to be anything about him. So in my opinion, like even getting rid of Martial is a massive thing for the squad as a whole and the morale as for the squad. What do you like? Are you happy you got rid of him? And is there anyone else that you thought maybe you would have got rid of, or you wanted to get rid of? One that I thought was gonna leave was Casemiro.
I think if a Saudi club had to come in, he would have gone. If United had got the money. But you see, the problem with the United players is their wages. No other club, the other clubs want to sign them, but they're not going to pay the same wages that United are, because it's just ridiculous money. It's over 200 grand a week.
Yeah.
So I see Lindelof now. I think I'd like to see him go, because I do think we will have too many centre backs if he stays.
Yeah.
But people talk about incomings, outgoings. It's not just about who you buy. We have a couple of really good players now that are coming through the youth academy. So we're struggling for a left back at the moment. We've got Harry Amass. He's only 17 years of age, but on the preseason tour he looked really, really good. And then we've got 20-year-old Toby Collier, which is a CDM as well. So if we can get like Ugarte from PSG and then slowly bring in Collier, who shows real promise, I think it could be another story similar to how Mainu came through last season.
I suppose, Paddy, will we jump off and have a look at Chelsea, because we could be here for a while when we look at Chelsea's fucking transfer activity. So I'll just read out
the census.
Yeah, I'll read out the players that we have that are done deals and are in. So we've signed 10 in total from thing. Sorry, my voice keeps going, and I'm not even gonna apologize. I'm gonna just ignore it from now. Dewsbury Hall from Leicester, 30 million. We have Mark Gui. I don't know how to say his name. Guiu. Gui. It doesn't make sense. I don't know. Omari Kellyman, never heard of him, from Aston Villa for 19 million. We got Tossin in from Fulham for free. I'm sure he'll be tossing off on the bench. We've got Neto in from Wolves, who I really like, 54 million. But I'm a big fan of Neto. I did say, and I could probably try to go back and clip it where I'm actually saying Neto is world class. I did say it. Hopefully we can keep him fit anyway. Renato Vega, again, don't know who he is. Caleb Willie, I just like him because he's Jesus, fireworks there. Caleb Willie, don't know who he is. Estevan William, don't know who he is. Again, Primera's fucking 29 million. We signed a goalkeeper, Philip Jorgensen from Villarreal, 20 million. And then Aaron Anselmino, never heard of him, from Boca Juniors, 15 million. So we're just throwing out money like it's fucking Monopoly money. And I don't know what the plan is. I don't know what the vision is. But a lot of it seems like it's bullshit. And I'm waiting to be proved wrong. We've had a lot of people going out as well. Alfie Gilchrist has gone out on loan. He is one for the future for Chelsea. I think he's very good. We sold Lewis Hall to Newcastle. I'm not happy with that. Good left back, considering that we are now saying that Ben Chilwell is going to be sold. Omari Hutchinson's gone to Ipswich. He'll be a good player for them, 18 million. We sold again another right or left back in Maatsen. He's gone to Villa for 37 million. Ziyech has gone to Galatasaray. Obviously, we lost Thiago Silva. That'll be a big loss. Malang Sarr has gone, and then there's a lot. Ugo Kokwu is gone to Southampton for the season. So hopefully he gets some game time there.
Involved in transfers with Chelsea. A lot of William Cox.
There is a lot of William Cox, yeah, and big fan of it. That's why I support them. So that's about it, Paddy. Joe Felix is on his way, apparently. Which is good news, I think, for Chelsea. Although everybody keeps saying, "Oh, where are you going to fit all these players?" I'm like, I don't really care if you can. Like, people know what they're coming into there. He's going to know that he's got Cole Palmer to compete with. He's got Neto to compete with. He's got Mudryk to compete with. He's got a lot of players to compete with. yes, there's going to be a lack of space in the dressing room, as Jamie Carragher was saying. But as a Chelsea fan, I like to see the standard of the squad go up. I know he's going to bring it up, but again, it is always that question, and everybody that's going to ask it: how do you keep all these players happy, and how do you give them minutes? It is going to be something that Maresca is going to have to deal with. He's come from Leicester, where he had probably a very scarce squad and not really a high-profiled players as he's got now. Be interesting to see how he deals with that, because that's going to be his first thing, is trying to control all these egos and all these players that are earning 100 to 200 grand a week rather than people that are earning 30 and 40 grand a week. So, yeah, I don't know. Message in from Swears, Cole Palmer just won the PFA Young Player of the Year. Am I surprised? Absolutely not, because he was fucking class last season. Hoping he can do the exact same this season, and I wouldn't change anything because he's fucking quality. And even for England in the Euros, he was a massive difference for them. And I don't know why he didn't start any of the games. So
yeah, I would have started him instead of Saka. Definitely.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Anything else you want to add on the transfers, Paddy?
How big of an influence do you think the transfers that Chelsea have made will make on how successful or unsuccessful you will do this season?
Well, when I look at like the likes of Neto, I see him being a great attacking option. And I see a lot of good attacking options. Like Joe Felix is obviously going to come in. He's going to be another good option. Do you know what I don't see, Paddy? Is I don't see any world-class strikers coming in, and I don't see any world-class centre-backs coming in, and goalkeepers, which is where I think we really struggle. Midfield, we're actually not too bad. Like, see, I like the likes of Lavia and Caicedo there. Enzo, I think, slows it down. I'll talk a little bit more about him in the review. But I do like them players there sitting in front of the back four, and I do like our attacking three. I like the options we have there. Again, Nicholas Jackson, I'm backing him this season. I think he actually could be really good, because I do like his hold-up play, and when he runs at players, I actually do like him like that. It's just going to be them little final moments where he has to have a finish or a final pass that is going to let him down. And then again, watching Colwill and Fofana beside each other left me a little bit nervous. Being a centre back, I'm watching it maybe a different way than someone that would be more attacking minded would be. I'm seeing a lot of gaps there, and I'm seeing a lot of disconnects between the two players, which I don't like. So, yeah, look, I'll talk a bit more about that in the review. But I think we need to sign defenders and goalkeeper. Sorry, cool. Just another name from Swears. Squad is way less than Carragher has said. 13 of the players are training away from the squad. 26 players with Maresca, and Broja has just gone too now. Others will probably go too. Yeah, exactly. Chalobah's going to go. Chilwell's going to go. Conor Gallagher's obviously gone. So there's, Broja's gone. Sterling, for some reason, has come out and made that bizarre statement, so he's probably going to go. So there is still a couple of players. Like, I think Carragher just wants to get the headlines and fucking say bullshit, which is what he usually does on a daily basis.
Yeah, there's an element of that, but they're like, look, we all have to admit the way Chelsea are doing their business is ridiculously crazy. It's mental.
It is bizarre. It is bizarre, and it's just bizarre because the contracts are so long. Do you know what? If the contracts weren't as long as they were, and the amount of players wasn't it wouldn't look as bad. But we're just signing so many young players and putting them on fucking 7-year contracts, which is just everybody's looking at it going, what the fuck are they doing? Like, so it is a weird one. And what I'm hoping Bowley's not doing is I'm hoping he's not trying to find that little golden nugget where he makes profit on him. I'm hoping he's actually doing it to try find someone for the future of Chelsea. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So
and what? Like, I suppose, just sticking on the subject of Chelsea, how did you feel about the change in manager? Because we didn't really get to speak about it last season. Like, I think the likes of Cole Palmer would have benefited massively from the manager last year. And now this change, I hope that it doesn't affect him in a negative way.
Yeah, I was a massive fucking. I was so pissed off when. Do you know what, Paddy? When I heard at the end of the season, Poch is going in for a meeting with Todd Bowley, I said to myself, this is not fucking good, because I know exactly what's going to happen here. It happened. It exactly happened. He went in. He wanted control of transfers. He didn't want Bowley doing it. And Bowley said, go fuck yourself. And then all of a sudden he's like, right, your vision doesn't match our vision. You're gone. And then that's the exact same thing that happened to Thomas Tuchel. Potter came in, again, a yes man, and he's probably at the same standard as fucking Maresca's at. Comes in, does what he's told, says yes or no, sir, 3 bags full, sir. Maresca's going to do the same. If Maresca steps out of line, or the results are as bad as they were when we had Potter there, he's going to get sacked, and that's what's going to happen. And then what we do, we get a good manager in, but it's going to be the same thing, same scenario. It's going to fall out with the owner, because owner wants 100% control of all the transfers that's happening, and it's just not. It's not the way Chelsea operated under Roman Abramovich. Roman Abramovich would have signed a lot of players, but he definitely would have gave a lot of say to the managers that came in. Bowley doesn't seem to be doing that at all.
Yeah.
So it's disappointing. But look, it is what it is, Paddy. And as a Chelsea fan, I was excited. I was so excited for this season when I was seeing how good we were from Christmas onwards. We were, I think, the second most informed team after C. And then it just felt like we took 10 steps backward by sacking fucking Poch. So I was really disappointed in it, because I really did like Poch. I think he's a good manager, good person as well. So disappointing. But sure, look, what can I do? I'm used to it as a Chelsea fan. You know, you get attached to managers, and then all of a sudden, bang, they're gone. So right, we'll jump off that, Paddy, right? We'll jump on to the football review. Right.
One
Paddy,
happy review and one sad review.
Yeah, unfortunately. First one up, United 1, Fulham 0. Talk to me, Paddy.
Look, we went on to the live, and you start saying, it was like Fulham were all over us. I thought first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes we controlled the game. There was a middle part in the game there where Fulham were the better team. But we kept the clean sheet, which is something we couldn't do last season, especially coming towards the end of the game. If Garnacho had scored at the end of the game, it would have made it look even better. A lot of new players not only coming in, but coming back from injury that weren't playing together last season for a lot of last season. So there's going to be a bedding in period to get our starting 11 together. But look, I'm happy. 3 points, clean sheet. It continues the positivity that's been around the club all summer in terms of the new management coming in, the new signings, how the signings are being done, the difference between the Glazer regime and now the new Ineos regime. It's night and day, and it's just an awful lot of positivity around the club. And I think it's being strategically done. So every couple of days, there's another piece of good news coming out, and it's all just building up with stadiums, training grounds. And then this result just capped it off. So bring it on now. Brighton this weekend, really good result. And Xerxes said he played like a 9.5, and I was kind of like, what's he mean by that? But his goal was a perfect example of what he meant. So he came from deep in midfield, passed it off to Garnacho, and then was in the box then to finish it off with a nice finish.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's good. It is always good to see, and I think for a lot of fans as well, it can be a relief when a new signing scores, because when you get like an attacking kind of player and they don't score for ages. It was like Chelsea with Torres. They don't score for ages, and then all of a sudden it's just like so much pressure on them that they just start snatching at balls and stuff. So it is a relief to always see a new signing score. But I think one thing that I was noticing a little bit, Paddy, now I might be wrong, but I just noticed it 1 or 2 times. We did talk about, and we touched a little bit about with Casemiro there. I just feel like you were saying he was getting fitter and stronger, but I seen him getting shoved off the ball once or twice by a lot smaller players than him, and he's not the biggest player as it is, but he's aggressive, like. But I was seeing him getting like kind of shrugged off the ball a little bit, and I was kind of thinking, like, is the plan to actually have Mainu there and get someone in beside him, or are they going to be sticking with Casemiro? Like, what do you think is the plan there in that defensive midfield position?
I think it'll be Casemiro, and then the likes of Ugarte coming in. We'll have to see how he plays, but like if you look at Casemiro during the 4th season he was here, he was a really good player. Last season he came back, he wasn't as fit as he was, and I do honestly think there's still probably a bit of ring rust there. He's not as young as he used to be, but he's slimmed down an awful lot, and I think give him a game or 2, and he could be back to the player we had in the 4th season he came. But if you do get Ugarte, and he does, it is the same player that we had last season who let us down a lot of the time and left big gaps in midfield, well then hopefully the new signing can come in and shore up that gap, because I don't think you can take Manu out of the team now because he links the defense to the attack really, really well. He's so calm on the ball for a player of his age, and I'd want him on the starting sheet every single week. Looking at the game, I think some of the positives coming out of it was okay. We got Diet on the pitch towards the end. Mazraoui, really, really good. It looks like a really competent player who can play on the right or the left. Mason Mount, when he went off, I think Fulham start getting a lot more spaces in midfield. So his pressing game, and he allowed us then to keep sustained pressure on because he presses really well up high.
Yeah,
he may him and Ha, but we did see the
no,
difference.
that's his probably his best attribute is pressing from the front, and that was always why he was at Chelsea. He was a high presser,
massively.
Yeah,
he missed so much.
He's a high presser, but he was doing it for Chelsea. But he wasn't. I know, obviously, he had injury troubles, but even when I was watching him at United, he wasn't really doing it. It was like he was told to sit a little bit deeper or something like that, or not press up. I don't know whether that was just Ten Hag's tactics or something, but he did seem to do it a little bit more against Fulham. So I'm now thinking, has Ten Hag realised what he's got in Mason Mount and actually allowing him to work on his strongest point and allow him to actually do what he's supposed to do? Because for me, Mason Mount was a player that would work his bollocks off into the corner. If the left back or the right back got it, he'd be the one going left and right and trying to stop them and stop the clearance out. And once he'd done that, he played a little 5-yard pass off. I think if you're relying on him for like killer passes and stuff like that, you're in trouble because he's not the person that's going to do it. He's so frustrating when it comes to it. So I think if you can win the ball back up high, play the little 5, give it to someone more talented and let them do what they need to do. But yeah, no, I think you're right with that one.
Well, one last point I suppose would be I'm sick to death now of Marcus Rashford starting when you've got Alejandro Garnacho on the bench who scored in the Community Shield final. Confidence would have been sky high. I wouldn't have dropped Diallo because he's had a good preseason as well, and I think Ten Hag really wants to push him on the season. But Rashford had all of last season, and preseason hasn't looked too hot either. Maybe he just needs a bit of a break. Like I know, like you suppose he wasn't away with England in the Euros as well. Look, I don't know what he needs. Maybe he doesn't need anything. Maybe his form will come back. But all I do know is his performances are not warranting a starting position in the team.
Yeah, and actually that is what I was just about to ask you. Just the last touch on it was Marcus Rashford, because we've seen United fans really back him in terms of like they've said, oh no, he'll be good, he'll come good. There's only so much that's gonna go this season. I think now United fans are kind of at their ends with them, where now it's like, right, perform or get dropped. And it was never that. It was always kind of, oh, he has a goal in him in the 70th minute or something like that, you leave him on. But now it's that thing, perform or be dropped, because you now have like 3 or 4 good attacking midfielder players that can easily step into what he's doing now at the moment and do it much better. So yeah, I think you're fucking right on that one. Right, have you anything else to add on Manchester United, or do you want to move on?
Let's move.
Okay. Next one, Paddy. Unfortunately, Chelsea and Man City. First off, I wasn't sure about the starting team, so I think this is Maresca trying to adapt to what he was playing against and what he was up against. Having 3 defensive midfielders, although this is where I have the issue. So we started obviously with Lavia, Caicedo, and Enzo, the 3 that I would have thought would be sitting deep and just sitting in front of that back line. Enzo Fernandez was at times the highest player on the pitch. Now, Enzo Fernandez is one of the slowest players on the pitch. So when you put him up top trying to press against 2 fucking defenders who are pretty quick, it seems like a waste of energy. And I was watching with my brother, and I said it to him. I said, what is Enzo Fernandez doing running after the ball like that? I said, it's such a waste of energy. And the words literally had only come out of my mouth, and Gary Neville said the exact same thing. He goes, Enzo Fernandez is running around just wasting energy, not getting near the ball, and he's missing from that midfield then as well. So I don't like the way.
Or would you have started him even?
I wouldn't have started him. I don't like him. I'm going to be honest, right? From what I've seen of Lavia and Caicedo beside each other in the midfield, Lavia looks so confident when he gets a ball played out from the centre halves that I really like it. He's able to turn a player. He's got the confidence to do it. He'll put his body in front of the ball, in between the player and the ball, and he'll get free kicks as well. Caicedo, again, the same thing. He'll kind of get the ball and he'll play it smart. I think if he knows he's under pressure, he will pass it back. But he is able to turn. I think Enzo Fernandez just slows things down so much.
Who would you put in there instead of him? He's your captain.
So again, another issue. I don't like him being captain, but I would have a 2 sitting in front. So I'd have Caicedo and I'd have Caicedo and Lavia sitting in front of the back 4. Yeah. And then I'd have a 3-1. So I'd have obviously Jackson up top if you're going to play him, or if you're going to go with Mark Gay or Gui, whatever the fuck his name is. Right. And then you put Cole Palmer, Neto, and maybe Mudryk, or else fucking Joe Felix is going to be coming in. Put one of them in. Because I don't see why now, again, I'm giving Maresca the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to believe that it's because we were playing against Man City. But he didn't, as a manager, if this was the plan to have 3 sitting in front, he didn't control Enzo Fernandez, because Enzo Fernandez was gone wild, and he was gone in the final third of the pitch. And I don't know why, because there's 3 up top or 3 across the front line. So I don't know what's going on there. So that's not a good sign. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see Enzo as a captain, especially with the whole racist allegations that went on over the summer. Don't like to see that.
Can't be, can it really? No, not in this day and age. You just
Chelsea should have been. Chelsea should have come out and had a stronger stance on that, I think. When you have Chelsea players themselves posting Instagram posts about what he's after doing, that can't be good for camp morale. So I don't know if there's a bit of a divide there, or I don't know. See, that's the thing. I was looking at the team, and I don't actually really see a fucking captain in that team, and that's a massive problem. You could go with somebody like Colwell, who is an English defender who has kind of come up through Chelsea, but he's not that experienced. I mean, we don't have many other options. Like there literally is no other options. Sometimes the safest bet is just to give it to the goalkeeper and let the goalkeeper be a captain, because he can see the pitch. But maybe Enzo Fernandez is a leader amongst the Chelsea players, but just his performances have to show, and he has to set an example. So this fucking racist bullshit that he's doing during the summer, it's not good enough, like, for a Chelsea captain. Now I do know Reece James, who's a fucking made of eggshells, is now our captain, but is he ever going to play? Because I don't think he fucking is. Like,
and what's his problem? Because I look at the likes of Luke Shaw, who had a serious leg break when he was younger, and that's why he keeps on getting these repeating injuries. Reece James, what's his big problem?
I don't know. He just is fucking. His hamstrings just seem to be made of elastic bands and just fucking snap at any time. I don't know what it is. I don't know. He's just one of them players, I think, and it's just going to be a thing throughout his whole career. It's just going to be tarnished by injuries, and I think that's just going to be the way it is.
Unfortunately, you've got a player of such ability, isn't it?
Yeah, because when he plays, like when he played, I think probably 2 seasons ago, I think it was maybe 3 seasons ago, he wasn't injury prone until he got his first injury, and then a domino effect kept going. But he was level on par with Trent Alexander-Arnold for goals scored, goals assisted, stuff like that. The numbers were unbelievable. Like, so massive loss to not have him. But I actually do like Gusto there as well. So, you know, like, we have a good squad in terms of we've got good cover in most positions, but again, it just lacks a little bit of experience, I think. And that's shown with the lack of actually having a captain. So I don't know. Other than that, though, Nicholas Jackson, didn't mind his performance. He held the ball up well. He moved the ball well. Should have scored probably 2 goals at least. And that's where we missed that kind of bit of quality. A lot of people went missing in the game. Cole Palmer wasn't his best performance. But look, it's Man City. Nobody in the league would have wanted Man City for the first game of the season. Just so happens we happen to get it. Now I have to take the fucking bullshit.
And how do you think City will do this season?
I think they'll do very good, to be honest with you. Yeah, if they can keep people fit. I know they have the new signing, Savinho, went off injured. But like they've got they're not starting Phil Foden. So you've got Phil Foden coming off the bench. Do you know what I mean? Like they've got serious substitutes, but they're after losing Oscar Bob now as well. So 2 or 3 more injuries and they could be in big trouble. again, I say that, but then they've got Jack Grealish there as well, who I think is a fucking great player. They do have one.
Jack Grealish's stats are on par with Anthony's for United.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Jesus. But I don't think Grealish was ever a real prolific goal scorer, but he will win like frees and he'll move the ball well. So I don't think in terms of assists and goals, he's not going to be that guy, but he does move the ball well. He moves the ball well around the front, the final third.
No, I'd take him at United all day long.
100%, yeah. I'd love him at Chelsea, yeah. But other than that, Paddy, have you anything else you'd like to ask me about Chelsea? I'll move on, so we're getting on here a bit.
One last, with the new manager, how do you rate him after the first game? Looking at his pre-post-match press conferences and stuff.
Yeah, like it's hard. I kind of judge him off the preseason as well. I like that he's animated on the sideline and he doesn't just sit there like Potter did. At least he's shown a bit of passion. I don't mind them. Again, there was a video put out from Chelsea. Again, we're probably going on this Americanized fucking thing now. Like it's all about a franchise and stuff. Chelsea put out this promo video for him where it was all the ex-Italian players. So fucking Gianluca Vialli and Di Matteo and all this, and like, welcome to the Italian fucking breed or whatever, whatever it was. Like, so I don't know. It's like, are they trying to pull the fucking wool over our eyes with that, or what the story is? But no, I like the passion from him. He has worked under Pep as well, so I'm hoping he brings a little bit of that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to judge him after one game anyway.
I watched the game and I was surprised with the negativity afterwards. Like, look, you lost. I get that. Yeah. But you lost against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah.
And I thought you had a lot of chances to score a couple of goals. You really did. Like,
yeah. And that's where we just lacked that little bit of quality, I think, in the end. Right, Paddy, we'll move off that, okay? That was a good review on two of our teams. Paddy, what we'll move on to now is the predictions for the weekend. Right, Paddy, we'll look for scorelines and goal scorers, and this will be kind of a reoccurring theme. We're going to kind of do the top 5 or 6 teams each week for the score predictions. So starting off first, we've got Brighton versus Manchester United. How do you think this one's going to go?
Yeah, I suppose we're going to be keeping this one short and snappy. I think United will get the win, even though Brighton, I looked at the league table, they're on top of the league now, so they'll be full of confidence. But I do think we'll just get a win, nor a clean sheet. I'm going to say 2-0, and I'm going to say Xerxes to score again.
Do you know what, Paddy? I think this might be a 1-1 draw. I think Brighton are going to be good at home, I think, this season. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw, and I'm going to go with... Do I go with Bruno to score? Because that made me fancy now. If I say him, I'm going to take him out. He's going to score. I'm going to look like an idiot. I'm going to go Mason Mount to score. Let's see how that one goes. Next one, Paddy, Man City versus Ipswich. What score did you see this one being?
Man City at home. We seen Ipswich last week. First half, they put up a good fight against Liverpool, but the second half, they just didn't have the gas. Now they're away in the Etihad. I see City, I'm going to say 3-0. I'm going to be nice to Ipswich and say 3-0 to City. First goal scorer, Haaland. Who else?
I'm not going to be that nice. I'm going to say it's going to be 5-0. And I'm going to say Haaland's actually going to score a hat-trick. That's what I'm going to go with. Seeing his stats, I think he did 110 appearances and 100 goals or something like that. He's got something ridiculous. Like it's unbelievable. Like next one, this will be a good game. Aston Villa versus Arsenal. How do you see that one going?
Look, I do see Arsenal edging it. I think Arsenal now realise that they can't afford to even go to a top 4 team and draw. They need to win to win the league off City. So I see them getting the win. I'm going to say 1-0 win, and I'm going to say Saka to score. Yeah,
to be fair, I do see Arsenal having a good season, and I do see them winning these type of games. The football they play at times is it's superb. Like it is City-esque. So I do see them winning this one narrowly again, 2-1. I'm going to say, and I'm going to go with Odegaard to score.
Okay.
Next one, Wolves versus Chelsea. Paddy, let me hear you. Let me hear you say Chelsea are going to win this one. Come on.
Wolves actually had a good second half against Arsenal.
Here we go.
They're not going to want to have 2 bad results in a row, but I don't think they have what it takes to beat Chelsea. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Paddy, I think we're gonna just looking for something. Throw me a bone. I think Chelsea are gonna win. I'm gonna back them. I'm gonna say
surprise.
surprise. I'm gonna say 2-1, and I'll go with a Cole Palmer penalty. That's what I'm gonna go with. Last one we're looking at. What?
So specific. I love it.
I know, yeah. Last one we're going to be looking at is Liverpool versus Brentford. Do you see Liverpool beating them?
But I thought you said we're only going to look at the big teams.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Liverpool against Brentford. Is Ivan Toney still going to be there? We don't know. But either way, I think Liverpool are just going to win it anyway. So 2-0, and I think Jota, I think he's going to have a big season this year. I think it was quite a tale that he played up front for the whole game at the weekend.
Oh. Yeah. I also think. Did you give me a scoreline there? I don't think you just said Liverpool. I don't think you said that. I think you just said Liverpool are going to win.
Osmosis. I was trying to give it to you.
And who's scoring? Jota. Okay. I think Liverpool gonna win this one handy enough. I think probably 3-1, and I'm gonna say Mo Salah to score. Did you see Mo Salah's record for opening games of the season? I think he's had 9 and he scored every fucking game. It's stupid.
But
or maybe
he's
is a score or an assist?
Sorry,
is a score or an assist, or is he scored
goal contributions or something like that? Maybe
something like that. Yeah.
But look,
either way,
he's broken so many records. Like he has to be. He's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Paddy, we're going to jump off that and we're going to jump on to the season predictions. I don't have a graphic for this one because it's going to be one time, so I wasn't wasting my time doing it. So, Paddy, what we're going to look for is we're going to look for top 6. Sorry, did I say top 4? Top 4. Relegation. We're going to look for a Champions League winner, FA Cup winner, and then our golden boot for the Premier League. So, I suppose we'll start off with the FA Cup. Who do you think is going to win that?
I looked at this earlier on. I'm going to say United are going to retain it.
And you know what? Like, it's ridiculous. Like, because I'm obviously going to say Chelsea are going to win it. Like, this is going to be.
Yeah, we're going to win everything.
It's just so ridiculous. So I'm going to say Chelsea are going to win the FA Cup. Okay, and you're going to say United, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? Relegation. Who's going down?
Chelsea. No. I'm going to say Ipswich. I'm going to say Notts Forest, and I'm going to say Everton.
Interesting. Yeah, because I've got 2 of them. I have Ipswich finishing dead last. I've got Southampton finishing 19th. And then I've got Everton finishing 18th. I don't know what it is. I just think Everton, they've held on so much and getting beaten 3-0 at home to Brighton, first game of the season.
And no sign of them signing a striker, which is what they're crying out for.
Yeah, so I don't see them being able to cling on this year. What else have I asked for? Golden Boot.
European Cups, are we
talking about? Champions League. Let's go Champions League, yeah. Who's your Champions League winner?
Champions League winner? Look, I have to go for Real Madrid probably again.
It is a joke, isn't it? Like, it's fucking...
Oh my God.
The team they've got...
Their front 4, like, is just frightening.
But they lost their first... Or they drew their first game of the season 1-0. Funny enough.
Yeah.
Away to fucking Getafe or something like that.
Yeah, I know, but like they probably just showed up and they know they can win. You know what I mean? They have. I think this is the longest unbeaten run in the La Liga Real Madrid have ever had.
Oh Jesus!
At the moment, yeah. So look, it was a blip start of the season.
It is. It's fucking scandalous.
Look, who else could win it? Like Man City are the only ones really that you could see, because I'd see Arsenal. I don't see Arsenal putting that much focus into, because they want to win the league more than anything, I would say.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sorry, comment in from Swords. Salah has 9 opening fixture goals now, which is the best in the history of the league. Now, one ahead of Frank Lampard, Wayne Rooney, Jamie Vardy, and Alan Shearer, who have 8. There you go. There's some great stats there.
Great stuff.
So
what about you?
Yeah, I didn't know. I think it's impossible to look past Real Madrid just with with Bellingham, with fucking Mbappe, like with Vinicius Jr. It's just a fucking joke of a team. Do you know what it's like? It's like playing fucking Football Manager back in the day, and you take charge of Real Madrid, and you want to sign everybody, so you just take over as the manager of the other team, and you put in a bid of 10 million for fucking their world class player, and you just accept it, and then once you get the player, you just leave. Just do that for the crack and build the most stupid team in the world, and then just fucking try winning everything with them. But that just seems to be what they're doing at the moment. So I can't look past fucking Real Madrid. Top scorer in the league, Paddy.
Europa. What about Europa League?
Fuck that.
Well, I'm gonna say United are gonna win it anyway.
Of course you are. Probably fucking Villarreal, because they're always winning everything like that. Now look, Europa. Do you know what? Actually, it's not a bad show for United to win Europa League this year. I don't think it's a bad show.
New format as well.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? Like, I don't like the way they're changing all the formats of all these cup
3 groups of 8, I think it is, and then the top 2 or 3 or 4 go through from each group into the knockout stages, and
I'm not a fan of them.
But because of the way things are seeded now, so the performances this year may mean we'll have 5 spots in the Champions League next year. So there'll be no more, say, in the early rounds of the Europa League, teams playing weakened teams anymore. You have to do well now, or else we won't be seeded well for next year.
Yeah. So it's different, but I don't know. I just think if they're gonna be adding more fucking games to schedules and stuff like that, I just think it's gonna be a nightmare. I don't know if that is actually adding more games, but it is potential for it to happen in the future. But anyway, Europa. So yeah, do you know what, Paddy? I jump on board with you and say United there, because I always feel like the United or the English teams, like they're always up thereabouts. Like, so I will jump on board and say United to win that. But look, it's a win-win for me if they win it. I'm correct. If they don't win it, what?
Chelsea for conference, using the Conference League?
Nope. Don't be rubbing that into me wound like that, please. Thank you. No, because fucking who was it that won the fucking
Newcastle
FA Cup or something, and then fucked us over or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we won
United won the FA Cup or something. It fucked us over. I can't remember what it was, but anyway, we got fucked over. Anyway, top scorer for the league.
Let me think.
Are we doing it excluding Haaland? Like, because it's a bit of a fucking joke, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very hard to pick one actually when you take out Haaland.
Yeah.
Because Arsenal haven't got like a really prolific striker. Liverpool, United have a young striker. Chelsea, I don't know. Are we doing it? Are we taking it?
We'll do it without it. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do it without it. We'll take a stab at it, because we all know
Haaland with.
Yeah.
This is going to be controversial, but if they don't get a striker in, I'm going to say Havertz for Arsenal.
Ooh, I think he's going to have a really good season as well. I actually had him in my fancy and I took him out. I'm not getting into that because fucking I made about 400 changes and I had Nicholas Jackson in as captain at one stage and I was like, what are we fucking doing here? So I'm not getting into that one. But no, it's not a bad show. Like I want to say Ollie Watkins, but
not with Champions League. I just don't see Aston Villa keeping up the pace in the Premier League this season, being in the Champions League as well. Same as Newcastle last season. Newcastle were fucked because they were in the Champions League.
I don't either. I could go with like maybe Solanke, because I think he's going to get goals for Spurs, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it did cross my mind as well. Yeah, good show.
Depending on how well they played out this season, I think it's going to rely heavily on him scoring goals, and I think he's good enough to do it. I think he's proven at Bournemouth he is a good goal scorer.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So I'm gonna say, yeah, fuck. I'm gonna have to. I'm sticking my neck out on the line. I'll say Solanke for Spurs. That's it, Paddy, isn't it? Oh no, we have to give our top 4. Jesus Christ. Right, Paddy, go on. Hit me with your top 4 from 4th to 1st.
Right. 4th, Liverpool.
Okay.
3rd, United. 2nd. Oh, second. 2nd, City. 4th, Arsenal. Because I don't see City doing 5 in a row.
So you were saying Arsenal are no longer bottlers? Is that what you're saying?
I think they might get over the line this year. I think they would have learned a lot from the last 2 years. And yeah, if they haven't, then Jesus Christ, it's just another Liverpool and Klopp scenario where they're the needy Rans. You know what I mean? We need a team to finally actually be better than, like, you see him when Pep was in Spain. When Real Madrid were beating them, was when they had a real winner as a manager, say like Jose Mourinho there for Real Madrid, who really put it up to him.
Yeah.
I think, look, Klopp, great manager. They got great points tallies, but I think you need elite, and in the prime of their career to beat him. So is Arteta going to hit his prime now with this Arsenal squad? We'll wait and see.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna obviously go Chelsea 4th.
Fuck off.
What?
No.
Look, it's very doable. It's very doable for Chelsea this season, I think.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Chelsea 4th.
Right.
I'm gonna say Liverpool 3rd.
Right.
I'm gonna say Arsenal 2nd, and I'm gonna say City are gonna do 5 in a row. I don't know.
So we all think Arnie Slot is going to be somewhat of a success.
Arnie Slot? I don't know. It's hard to know, isn't it? It's hard to know. Paddy, just a quick one in. What's changed so much at United that they go from 8th to 3rd? No signing big enough, surely, to move them up 5 spots. Only big injury return is Martinez.
We had the same squad last year as we did the year before, and we finished very high up the table. So, excuse me, Mr. Sweards.
What happened? What are we saying happened last season then?
So we had so many injuries. We're decimated with injuries. So if we can have an injury-free season, somewhat injury-free, and with the additions, and all the positivity with the new upper management structure and the training grounds and everything else, we're going to win. To be honest with you, I didn't want to sound silly, but I really think we're going to win the league. I do. I'm going to win the league.
So just doesn't want to look silly and say it.
Fuck off, Swears. So how about 8th to 4th? How about that?
Look, here we go. Fuck off, Chelsea 4th when they were 5 points off it last year. But United are going to go 8th to 3rd. You know?
Yeah. Who do you support, Swears, please? I'd like to know.
If I'm not mistaken, I reckon he's a Chelsea fan. Could be wrong though. But Paddy, that is all we are doing today. That is all we've got time for. It's been a fantastic return. For everybody that has been listening or watching, they right down there over underneath Paddy is all our platforms. That's where we are. We're on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook, Twitch, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. If you are listening to if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, give us an 5-star rating. Give us all your super shit like that. Sorry, I said super shit, but I was reading this comment. Super Chelsea.
Super shit. You're right.
Sorry.
That was a Freudian slip. You knew straight away.
I was reading the comment and I said
super
shit, but it was super Chelsea.
Look,
if you're listening, we appreciate it. If you're listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Same with YouTube. Give us an subscription. Go follow us on TikTok. We're going to be putting a lot of little short edited clips down. And Instagram, if you're not following us there, you are crazy, because we're going to be doing a lot of live reactions on Instagram throughout the whole season after every single game, hopefully. And we'll be doing some watch alongs, I think, along the way, Paddy. So a lot of content to come from Beyond the Ball this season. So Paddy, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for rejoining me this season. And we'll chat to everybody next week. Do you have any closing words, Paddy? We're gonna finish the podcast with some closing words from Paddy.
You thanked me for coming back, but there was never another option. This is the podcast to be involved in. Anybody wants any football news, come to Beyond the Ball, because you're going to have this is like the Soccer AM of football podcasts. There's a big show for you right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
thanks very much for joining us.
Also, final word, like we said earlier, Todd Bowley could be beautiful. So thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see everybody next week.
I'm not saying that.